Welcome, Triton Nation, to your home broadcast of the Iowa Central Tritons as they look to take on Iowa Western Reveres in their homecoming week. We saw the Iowa Central football team recently take on Iowa Western at home just a week ago, this past Sunday, where Iowa Western got the best of Iowa Central. But today, Iowa Central women's soccer team and the men's, but first the women's, want to go up against Iowa Western and come away with a big-time victory against the in-state rivals. Let's see how well they are matched up today. So far in the season, Iowa Central is 3-4 compared to Iowa Western being a dominating 6-1. So this is going to be a matchup of little against big. You know, it's going to be really exciting to watch here. I hope our girls can pull away with the victory. We start off hot to the season. We've dealt with some injuries. We still have some injuries on the lineup. Katie Bennett, who was leading at goals earlier in the season for the Iowa Central Tritons, she will be out today. Regardless, you are tuned in to Hank Ambrose providing the commentary for Triton Nation. Let's get straight into starting lineups before we get the opening whistle. For Iowa Western, we will see Judith Gonzalez, Yoshiki Kidadai, Barbara Russo, Mayu Inokawa, Anna Hall, Paula Boza, Hannah Estrada, Marie Cantel, May, Riley Jacobson, and Brianna Johnson. And now for your home Iowa Central Tritons, we will see at goalkeeper Isabella Scianta as opening kick goes underway, as we have Orellana, who first touches the ball, who will be starting today. Magli Orellana, Norma Hernandez, Morgan Lawson, Vanessa Elwanger, Poppy Goffin, Madison Rushton, Lauren Shetty, Jeanette Scholes, Kayla York, and Cameron Young. And here we go, first shot. It's going to be off target now for Iowa Western. Shot by Quintel, trying to put it into the back of the net. See what the starting goalkeeper Isabella Scianta can do today for the Iowa Central Tritons. Once again, you are tuned into Hank Ambrose here at Harlan Rogers in Fort Dodge, Iowa. 44 minutes and 30 seconds remain here in the first half clock. We have two 45-minute halves. We've got some Triton fans showing up and showing in for Iowa Central homecoming. If you're an Iowa Central student, you know today on Wednesday it is Jersey Day. So I see some jerseys already out there in the crowd. Today I didn't wear a jersey. I wore something a little too hot. To be honest with you, it's going to get into the upper 80s today in Iowa. A little breeze going around, but not too much. Nothing moving in the trees, as you would see in the background here. And here goes the first throw-in for Iowa Central. Comes in by Elwanger. It's going to try to connect, going to go the other way. Here we go, Iowa Western on the attack now. They're going to try to go for a goal, take a slight little shot, but it's going to go straight into the hands of our starting goalkeeper, Scianta. Scianta now, let's see what she'll do with it. Looks like she'll punt it up, and away. It's going to go near the half-yard line, and no. Iowa Western is going to head it down. They're going to call a foul. I believe it's going to be a handball, so Iowa Central is going to take over near the center yard line. Poppy Goffin now, the defensive captain. The big boot. Going coast to coast, trying to hit number 13, Kayla York. It's going to get away from her, but she will win it back. Here goes Lauren Shetty now. Lauren Shetty is going to give it up. Here goes a throw-in now. On the throw-in will be May. May to throw it in. It's going to hit off a center back and go out of play. So now we're back with the Tritons in attacking position here. Lauren Shetty looking to throw in. She's going to give it up, actually, to Elwanger. Vanessa Elwanger going to give it back to York. York going to try to play it back to her, but, you know, happens there. Going to kick it out of play. Going back to the same routine, it's going to hit a fan in the stands. We're going to keep rolling here at Harlan Rogers Sports Complex. 42.5 minutes remaining here in half number one. Going to bounce over the head now of Boza. Boza going to try to track it down. Poppy Goffin is there to play some stellar defense. Almost let it get past her, but she will stay central. 42 minutes, 10 seconds remaining here in half number one. And here goes the first corner kick of the day for Iowa Western. For my position, I'm having trouble seeing what the number is, but once I see it, I'll report it back to you. I'm in a blind spot up here in the crow's nest. Big boot going all the way down towards goal. Hit off the leg of a forward, but it's going to go back to who kicked it from the corner kick, and it's going to nearly get around our left back, Morgan Lawson, but she's going to get back in there, play some good defense, kick it out of play, and the possession is going to go back to Iowa Central. Right up here helping me out in the booth, Paula Boza, who got in on the corner kick for Iowa Western. Great ball placement that time by Cameron Young. She had to play it backwards to go forward, but Iowa Western, they're going to steal it right back away from us. It's going to go backwards now. Kayla York trying to step in front of that one, starting at forward today. Ooh, almost getting a steal right there is Cameron Young. York now, she's going to push her body into an Iowa Western mid, and it's going to go back to the Tritons. They say it was forced. The throw in now. Morgan Lawson. Going to go central over to Oriana. Oriana to lose it. Battle for the ball. Whoever scores first is going to have the momentum here. Who will it be? Kayla York will lose it. It's going to go back into the feet of Madison Rushton. Rushton now to dump it off to York. Trying to send it down to Lauren Chetty. Chetty doesn't get there in time, and May bats it out of play. So the Tritons will throw in. Ellwanger now. Going to go back to Young. Cameron Young going to send it down to Chetty. Chetty going to lose it. And here comes some of that box drills we saw earlier on in pregame, what they were warming up with, and much more. 40 minutes, 15 seconds to go here in half number one. You're tuned into Hank Ambrose. If you miss any of the action on this game, tune in to 881 The Point. 6 o'clock every Monday night, we have Moments with Montalto, where I talk the Triton football game on Saturday and much more Triton sports. Last week we had Sarah Horn on the show with Alicia Johnson. We talked some Triton volleyball. Get some soccer guys on in the future here. Big boot now. Going to go towards the center field line. See if Young can bat it away. She's going to step in front of it. Don't stab here. It's going to go back to a right back. Back to back and back in black as they're rolling here. Crossing the center field line, and they are in transition. Almost got past Ellwanger, which would have been a one-on-one with our goalkeeper, Shianta, and the starting forward for Iowa Western, Inakwa. Nice boot. It's going to go towards the center field line, but be backed away. Here we go now with Iowa Western on the attack. They're just trying to seam it right through the Triton try defense, as they got three defensive backs back there currently. They're running a 3-3-3-1 set. So we got 3 defensive backs, 3 centers, 3 mids, and a forward at the very top. It's going to get past Oriana now, and here comes Iowa Western. Changing the field. They're going to let the Reavers take their time working up the field. Tritons are out of position here. Here we go, 3-on-3 opportunity. It's going to get past Norma Hernandez. Morgan Lawson going to have to step in front of it. Shot is off target. Nearly got there on goal. That would have been bad for the Tritons. 38.5 minutes remaining here in the first half. Stick around for the halftime show, as we're going to interview some of the men's soccer players on their upcoming matchup today against Iowa Western. See how they'll fare in this one. 38 minutes, 5 seconds to go. Chetty to play back to Ellwanger. Ellwanger now going to try to set up York, and what a headbutt. A little too strong on the counter, as it's going to roll out of play. Maya now throwing in, trying to hit up a forward. Let's see if she can get it there in time. It'll go back to Ellwanger, who'll set up for York. York, unlucky 13. Let's see if she's lucky today. She will play it down. Chetty now is back with it. Oh, and she gets tabletopped. Jeez. That was an aggressive tackle right there. Love the sportsmanship, though. Lauren Chetty helped out by a midfielder on Iowa Western side. That was Hannah Estrada. Here goes a free kick now. Jeanette Scholes is taking it. Wearing the number 11 and captain band today for Iowa Central. Jeanette Scholes going for a goal, and goodbye. That's heading over towards Duncombe, Iowa, and into some cornfields. 37 minutes remaining here. Score 0-0. You're tuned in to Hank Ambrose from Triton Nation. See what soccer can do here. Reavers going to step up and lose it. Orellana got to do better at holding on to the ball. Better ball placement. Just got to get that light little touch to start off from the first contact of the ball. The Tritons have been struggling earlier on with that. In transition now, Norma Hernandez. Great way to put your foot right into the bowl and stop the run from occurring. We're in Fort Dodge, Iowa today, representing the Iowa Central Tritons as they take on Iowa Western Reavers, the in-state rivals. Western's been cooking this season so far. They're 6-1 compared to a Triton 3-4. Oh, great block of that time by Orellana. No, that was Norma Hernandez. Going the other way now, Shetty. Shetty's going to look for Scholes. Scholes got a lot of speed to her. Let's see if she can get there in time. She will send it down, aiming for Cameron Young, but it went more central, a little bit more outside, and that could have been a big-time goal to start us off in the first half. 36 minutes remaining here in half number 1. The Tritons just going to need that push downhill, and they're going to be coasting through here. Here goes the speed of the right midder now. The right midfielder for Iowa Western. That was kicked a little too hard and out of play, so we will see a goal kick on the Triton side. Isabella Scianta, starting goalkeeper for the Tritons. Going to line it up. Going to kick it to the perimeter. Tritons liking to work outside today. Scianta, she's going to switch field. Going to target now for Norma Hernandez. Hernandez will take it for herself. She'll take her time, and she's going to aim for Orellana. Orellana almost lost it, and she does. Uh-oh, here goes the Reavers now. 4-on-6 opportunity for the Reavers. And that's enough to score a goal, folks. Jammed up in the corner. Morgan Lawson is going to kick it out of play, but I think it's going to be a corner kick for the Reavers, and yes, it will be. Paula Boza for the corner kick. Switched out with Inakawa. Inakawa now with the ball. She's going to go more central. She's looking for it. She will take a shot at goal. Scianta. Great save, great awareness. 35 minutes remaining here in the first half. Scianta using that arm strength and powering it down. That was a good play right there by, oh, it looks like that was Norma Hernandez. Took a shot. She got up to her own power. Thank goodness. Might have got the wind knocked out of her. The ball was traveling in a through pass. Took a shot near the stomach. I believe she's okay. 33 minutes remaining here in the first half. We're going to go back. We're looking at Poppy Goffin now. Poppy Goffin, lucky number 7. She's going to try to play it down to Speedy Scholes. Jeanette Scholes. Wow, great pass that time all the way to Kayla York. Kayla York is double teamed. She's got an opportunity for the Tritons. York is going to cough it up to play it behind to back to Jeanette Scholes. Getting everyone involved here. Cameron Young, the starting forward on the day, going to have to play it way far back to Morgan Lawson. Lawson now will find Scianta, who's wide open and at goalkeeper. Scianta, what will she do with it? She's going to go coast to coast, and she's going to look for Ellwanger. Ellwanger now going to play it back to Poppy Goffin. She might just give it back to, Poppy Goffin. Going to give it back to Scianta. Here comes a double team. Going to have to get it off early. Went towards Shetty, but May was there on the defense. Ellwanger going up against the midfielder for Iowa Western. It's Anna Hall. Now Hall, she's going for goal. She will score for Iowa Western, the first score of the day. The Reavers will go up 1-0 at Iowa Central Community College. 32 minutes and 45 seconds remain here. Anna Hall, a great strike. She just got past Ellwanger. Ellwanger, not enough speed. Didn't brick herself up enough, and it went right past her. Wide open lane right in front of her, and she scored the first goal of the day. Anna Hall for the Reavers. Here we go now. The ball is going to start back with Ellwanger now. Uh-oh. And who else to steal it back? Anna Hall. She'll work the other way. Poppy Goffin going to get aggressive. Here we go now with Hall. Hall going to use her shoulder to shoulder check Goffin down. Chetty now going to have to get involved early. Who wants it first? Who wants it most? Chetty going to try to send it to York. It's going to get past and under York's foot. May now is looking. She's going to take her time and play it backwards to Inakawa. And a great find that time to the right midfielder For Iowa Western, that was Riley Jacobson that just barely lost. If she got a good touch on the ball, she could have been sent straight to open pastures to the goal. 31 minutes, 45 seconds remaining here in the first half. Gonna play it back behind herself now. Kayla York coming in, trying to get the steal. She's motioning a player to the far outside. It's gonna go back to the goalkeeper, Gonzalez. If you don't know, folks, we're in Fort Dodge, Iowa. Harlan Rogers Sports Complex. Come support your girls out here, rooting on the Tritons for their homecoming week. Here goes Iowa Western in transition once again. Morgan Lawson on the defense. She's getting in front of her. A cross will be sent over, but it will go straight out of bounds. 31 minutes remaining here in the first half. You're listening to Hank Ambrose cover the Iowa Central soccer teams today. First up, the women's. Next, the men's. They're going to play around 3 o'clock today, depending how quickly this game gets over with. But we got a lot of soccer left today, just 15 minutes through the first half. Here comes a corner kick. Inakawa to take it. She's a lefty. Always dangerous. She will kick up, and away. Poppy Goffin used her head and used her ability to send it back. Inakawa now going back to goal. It's going to roll over the head of a Reaver. That could have definitely been a goal being scored if a Reaver was just in the right position at the right time. I believe that was May right there, that it bounced right over her head. And if she was just 2 inches taller, she would have put it in the back of the net. Chianta now to kick. It's going to go into the feet of Iowa Western. Going to go to the corner now. Norma Hernandez working hard, and she's going to hustle down to boot it out of bounds. 30 minutes remaining here exactly in half number 1. We got some fans showing up here. Harlan Rogers Sports Complex. Got a few folks in jerseys on Jersey Day for Iowa Central's homecoming. Throughout the rest of the week, the boys football team, they're going to play on Saturday for a 1 p.m. kickoff against Air Force Prep. We also have the prep rally on Thursday night. That's tomorrow night this week. And boy, does that go crazy. 29.5 minutes remaining in the first half. We're going to see another corner kick for Iowa Western. That's something I've noticed early on is Iowa Central's defense has not been tip-top shape. And they've let them kind of control the field all over today for Iowa Western. Here goes Inakawa now. She's a lefty. She can fire, and she will. Inakawa on the outside of the perimeter's box, putting it into the top bin of the goal. 2-0, Inakawa will strike second for Iowa Western. 2-0 with 29 minutes and 13 seconds remaining in half number 1. What a strike. It'll take a lot to top that. We do have a lot of soccer left today for the Tritons and Reavers. But oh my goodness, on the far outside perimeter, top of the box. Do what you do, kid. Inakawa, sinking it. Here we go now. Once again, the Reavers are on the attack. I've been feeling like I've been saying that a lot recently. The Tritons haven't really been able to find their midfielders to transition to the other side of the field, resulting in a lot of playing time between Iowa Western's offense and the Triton defense, which has led to 2 goals being scored now. On a total of 6 shots, and only 2 have been on goal so far. So that's a good sign. "29 minutes remaining here." Oh. Check, check. Check, check. Okay, we're back here. Sorry for the technical difficulties. We had a mic problem. I'm back. You're tuned in to Hank Ambrose, providing the commentary for the Triton Sports. 28 minutes remaining here in half number 1. The girls are down. Here goes a setup. The Reavers are on the attack today. Iowa Central wearing that white and blue, as we are looking at Iowa Western wearing a dark gray and blue. Here comes the cross now. Norma Hernandez. Great defense, great interception. She's going to play it over to a Triton. Going the other way now. Kayla York was there. She's going to lose it. 27-15 left in the first half. Iowa Western's up 2-0. Inakawa now. She's going to travel with it. Gets it down to Norma Hernandez, who sends it back the Triton way, but a great step up by that Reaver defense to get the girls back in motion for the Reavers. Uh-oh, we've seen Anna Hall score before. Let's see if she can do it again. It's going to get into the hands of Shanta. She's going to work with it. It'll go the other way. Big boot sending it down to Kayla York. Now back to Cameron Young. Cameron Young going to cough it up. Get it stolen from her. Like stealing candy from a baby. Going back now, 26 minutes, 35 seconds remaining in half number 1. You're tuned in to Hank Ambrose. If you missed any of the action of today's game, check me out. Every Monday night on 88.1 The Point, I'll have Moments with Montalto that starts every night at 6 p.m. We talk Triton football from the previous week before and much more Triton sports. This past week we had head coach for the volleyball team, Coach Horn, on, along with Alicia Johnson. One of the best setters to ever come through Iowa Central's volleyball program. She is 3rd in all-time sets. She's been a 2-time All-American. And now the Triton girls are undefeated, 23-0 so far in the season, and they're going to keep rolling. They have a tournament coming up this weekend. They're going to be at DMAC going up against Coffeyville and a few other really good schools. 25 minutes, 45 seconds remaining here in half number 1. Back to the action here at Harlan Rogers Sports Complex. We're going to have a substitution. Anna Hall, who scored for Iowa Western, is going to come out. Let's see the exact number that comes in here. Great boot that time on the other way now. It's going to go back to Shanta. Shanta now, we're going to wait for her to kick. She will. It's going to go outside to Ellwanger. Back to Shanta. Shanta looking down the field. Didn't use her eyes because here comes a setup now for Iowa Western, who took a shot outside of the goal, but that could have been ugly once again for the Tritons. 25 minutes remaining. The clock is still ticking. We got 45-minute halves. We're in the first. Poppy Goffin now. Going to spur it up. Getting physical in there now is the Tritons. Great steal by Norma Hernandez. She's going to hit it over to Scholes. Scholes, not enough speed, which is a sentence I don't say a lot. Because Scholes, she's very quick. Very quick.
We're back here, Harlan Rogers Sports Complex, tuned in to Hank Ambrose. Here we go now with Iowa Western. They're going the other way. They are working right to left on your video screen. That is south to north. Here we go now with Inakawa. Inakawa, she's looking for May. Not going to hit her. Here we go with Ellwanger now. She's tall. She's got long legs. She's going to hit it over to York now. York was with it. She's going to try to hit Shetty. It's going to get around her. Going to be a setup the other way now. See if Poppy Goffin can get there. In transition, going to go for goal. Poppy Goffin going to slide, tackle, going to keep it in play. Here we go with Iowa Western. Great defense that time to kick it out of bounds. It's going to be a corner kick for Iowa Western once again. They've scored off of one Iowa Western corner kick so far in the day. The other one was just straight running into the goal for Anna Hall. Inakawa, who scored the second goal, is going to go over to the corner to kick it now. She's a lefty. We got to look out for that. She can put a lot of curve on the ball. Shanta's going to have to look up. Got a lot of height compared to the other girls out there. So that long-range ability is going to have to factor into a big save here. Here goes Inakawa. She'll kick up, into the air. And Poppy Goffin is there to use her head once again. She used her head the last time around, but the Tritons couldn't capitalize. Uh-oh, going to go back to Shanta. Shanta's going to let it slide right past her. Going to the corner now. And kicking it back up, crossing it over. Shanta is there. Great ball awareness. 22 minutes, 30 seconds remaining in half number 1. Kick over. It's going to hit right off the head of Madison Rushton. Kayla York wanted to be there, but was just a little slow on getting the ball in time to her. Here comes Iowa Western once again. Been saying Iowa Western a lot so far. Haven't seen a whole lot of Triton offense. Haven't been able to capitalize and steal it back against the Iowa Western girls. Wow, great ball placement, great finesse work that time by the midfielder on Iowa Western's side. That was Marie Quintel. 22 minutes remaining here in the first half. I see Poppy Goffin out there to take the free kick. See where she will place it. She's going to go towards the outside perimeter on the short side. Great defense that time for May. Going to steal it from Chetty. Oh, almost stole it once again. Going to stay in play here. Hannah Estrada, she'll dump it off to May. May now going to throw it down to number 9. It's Paula Boza. Boza now. She'll give it up. Great defense that time by Madison Rushton. Let's see if she can step in front of it once again. Kicking it over to the center of the field now. 21 minutes remaining in the first half. Going the other way. Step in front of it. Oh, it's going to get right past Oriana. Uh-oh, here goes Iowa Western now with the left foot. Going to go into the back of the goal. Great score. Goal number 3 that time for Iowa Western. That's Yoshiki Kidadai. Wow. It goes number 9. No, it goes number 6, Anna Hall, and then it went over to the team captain for Iowa Western, Inakawa, and then back to Yoshiki for the 3rd goal of the day. 20 minutes remaining here in the first half. The Tritons are stunned early here. It's going to go back to the midfielder. Great header that time. Jeanette Scholl, she's just too jammed up. They've had her double-teamed. They've had her sniffed out. We know how we like to run our offense, and they've been doing a great job at playing defense against us. But really, we haven't had a lot of opportunities on offense to take a shot. I don't believe we've taken a shot yet at goal for the Tritons, which is not a good sign. We're more than halfway through the first half. We got to start taking shots. We got to move it down. Estelle Huck has checked into the soccer match. She's right there. That's her first contact of the day on the Triton ball. Got some confusion on the field. Chetty trying to get back over to him. Here we go now, working the other way. Stepping in front of it. Oh, it's going to go right past Estelle Huck. Norma Hernandez now back to number 20, back with 20 minutes remaining here. Going to the corner now. Danny Bears in at left back for the Tritons. She'll let that slide out of play. Here comes another substitution for Iowa Western. They got a very big bench out there. They almost have a whole other set of a soccer team they can play against Iowa Central. Not only that, but the Tritons have a few key players out today. Katie Bennett being the star who led the Tritons in goals to start the season. She was tied with Jeanette Scholl. She got a concussion 2 weeks ago. She'll be back in the starting lineup for this weekend, but she's still going through the concussion protocol. Poppy Goffin now going to have to step in front of Inakwa. Inakwa now going for goal. Oh! And I think her teammate played a little defense against herself. That was Barbara Russo. Hit her right in the back. Otherwise, I would have had a great shot at going into the goal once again for the Reavers. 19 minutes remaining here in the first half. Tuned into Hank Ambrose. If you missed any of the action today, check out 88.1 The Point on Monday nights at 6 p.m. as you will listen to me as the host of Moments with Montalto as we talk with Coach Montalto, the head football coach for Iowa Central, on their last game on that given Saturday. And then directly after that, we sit down with some Iowa Central sport teams. This week we had Sarah Horn and Alicia Johnson, who starts at setter for Iowa Central, and we talk some Triton volleyball. Undefeated on the season so far. They are 23-0. That's the best start they've ever had. The first time they've even gotten to 20-0 on a regular season. 18 minutes, 15 seconds remaining here in the first half. Minutes to go here. See what the Tritons can do. They're back in attacking position. Hopefully they can set it back up and win it for the girls. 17 minutes to go here. The Tritons have yet to make a score here. And Harlan Rogers Sixteen and a half minutes remaining here in the first half. 3-0 is your score. You're tuned into Hank Ambrose. I haven't seen a lot from the Tritons today. Someone needs to put some life into this soccer match. Welcome back, Triton Nation. 15 and a half minutes remaining here. You've been tuned in to Hank Ambrose as I've been providing the play-by-play for the Triton girls soccer team as they have gone up against Iowa Western. Score 15-15 so far on the day. Or, excuse me, that's about how much time's left. The score is 3-0 as Iowa Western is on top. Great steal that time by Lauren Chetty. We're still waiting for the Tritons to find some life. See who's going to step up in a big way. Triton still looking for that soul of this team. Fourteen and a half minutes remaining here in the first half. Score 3-0. Iowa Western is on top. Barbara Russo now going down. Stepping up that time is Nadia Hoffer. Hoffer almost getting there in time. Danny Bears now on the attacking end. Tries sending it to Kayla York, who's running to the corner of the field. Great defense that time by Iowa Western once again. Great communication as well as they get it back to the feet of their goalie, Judith Gonzalez, who's going to keep it in action here at Harlan Rogers Sports Complex. Inakawa now. Lone Ranger in the backfield. She's going to send it over to their number 7. That's Nydia Clark. Oh, great steal that time. Oh, almost a great attempted steal, I should say, by Estelle Huck. She almost got there in time. She stabbed and it went right under her foot. I thought she had it, but she just couldn't stick with it. 13 minutes, 40 seconds to go here in the first half. Vanessa Elwinger. She's going to wait to throw in. Elwinger towards the center of the field. It's going to get over to Chetty. Chetty's pushed out of play along with the ball. It's going to go back to Iowa Western. Iowa Western to throw in. They got some sub players in now. That's Zoe Brown to throw it in. Playing it back now is Marie Quintel. Quintel now. It's going to end up on the other side of the field. Back to number 13 for Iowa Western. It's Addison Mosier. Inakawa to step up. It's going to cross the center field line. It's going to go back the other way. 12 minutes, 50 seconds remaining. Iowa Western's up 3-0 against the Iowa Central Tritons. Twelve minutes, 20 seconds to go here. Vanessa Elwinger, she'll boot it up. It's going to send it over to Kayla York. And then Jeanette Scholl, she's trying to get physical here. See if she can step in front of Inakawa. No. 12 minutes, 10 seconds remaining. Score 3-0. Iowa Western is still leading this first half and soccer match. Here we go now. They are on the attack once again. Got over to Addison Mosier, not quick enough to send it back into play. Gonna go back now. Poppy Goffin. Gonna get it kicked up. It's gonna go out of play now for the Tritons. Vanessa Elwinger will have it. 11.5 minutes remaining. Jeanette Scholes trying to get physical, but she's gonna let it get past her once again. Great shot that time. It was on target, but we had our starting goalkeeper, Isabella Shianta, say, not today. Not gonna let it get past me once again. 3-0 the score so far in this one. The Reavers are on top. 11 minutes, 11 seconds to go here in the first half. The Tritons got to come out with a little more fire in their belly to start off half number 2. Going to get past Norma Hernandez now. Picking it up is Shianta. Shianta's going to wait on it. Take her time. Find an offensive mid. She's going to target York. It's going to hit off the end of Young, and it's going to go back to Inakawa on the Iowa Western side. Inakawa going to play really far up, back to Anna Hall. Anna Hall now, she's going to look up. She's going to keep it for herself for now. For the time being, gets into the box. Anna Hall will work back to the center of the field. She'll take a shot. Great defense that time by Elwinger and Poppy Goffin. Isn't enough to stop Mosier, though. Mosier now, she's going to play it back. And a slide tackle. And yes, the Triton girls, the best play they made so far today was stopping Iowa Western just 2 seconds ago when they were in their own penalty box. 10 minutes, 15 seconds to go here in the first half. There we go, Jeanette Scholes. Here comes the life we needed. 2-on-3 opportunity. Scholes and Kayla York, she's looking against Inakawa. Here we go now. Scholes will fire. It's going to hit off the foot of Inakawa. Scholes, she'll looking over for... Oh, and a great slide tackle that time. The Tritons looking for a call. They're not going to get it. Back in action here. That was Barbara Russo. Starting at sweeper today for Iowa Western on the great slide tackle. It went all ball, and it stayed in play. We're just under 10 minutes to go here in the first half. Going back to Norma Hernandez. Uh-oh, going to let it go past her now. Lining up in the penalty box. Oh, it's getting close to it anyway. Great save that time once again by Shianta. Shianta's looking good so far, but she needs some more support back there in the backfield. Tritons have moved another girl back. We started with just 3 defenders on the day. Now it's looking like we got 4 and 2 sweepers. Nadia Hoffer now. She's going to play it over to Kayla York, and York not going to get under the ball. She's going to have it bounce right in between her legs. Going the other way now, Orellana. She'll try to step in front of it. She will. Oh! Looked like a football tackle. She sent her straight into the ground. Orellana not happy about that call as they're going to stop the play here. With 8 minutes, 40 seconds to go here, Iowa Western midfielder, not for sure on the number, but she hit her head hard. I hope she's okay. I never like to see a player go down. We're going to have the official go over and check her out right there, and we're going to take a timeout on the field, so we'll take a timeout in the booth along with them. 8 minutes, 36 seconds remaining here. Iowa Western's up on top 3-0. For more Triton action, stick with us here on Triton Nation YouTube channel. We are back here at Harlan Rogers Sports Complex. You're tuned in Hank Ambrose of Triton Nation covering the Triton Athletics today. We got the women's soccer match up first against Iowa Western. After this match, we will see the boys take on Iowa Western as well. If you missed last weekend's football contest, Iowa Western got the best of Iowa Central as they beat them down 36-22. So we're looking right now, the score 3-0. Iowa Western's on top. They're 6-1 on the season. The Iowa Central girls are 3-4. 8 minutes, 10 seconds remaining in the first half. Jeanette Scholl, she's going to work over there. We had an injury on the field not too long ago. Player did get up to her own power, and now she's on the Iowa Western bench. She appears to be okay. She just got a strong tackle by Mackley Oriana. 7:45 remaining here, and we have 3 substitutions for Iowa Western. Iowa Western has been all business today, scoring the first 3 goals of the soccer match, which is a bummer because, man, in-state rival, it's tough going up against them. And I hate to see the Tritons lose to them. Nadia Hoffer going to go outside with it. She's using her wheels. She's going to keep the ball in play. She gets double-teamed, going to try to play it backwards. And it's going to be an interception once again by Iowa Western. Ooh, put her shoulder into it. It's getting a little scrappy now on the field. Let's just get back to soccer, ladies. 7 minutes to go here in the first half. Going the other way now is Iowa Western. We're looking at Paula Boza. Boza, she's just taking her time with it. No pressure was on her. Oh, great steal by Nanette Scholes. Pickpocket steal. She's going to have a 3-against-1 opportunity. She'll play it over to Kayla York. Kayla York now wide open shot at goal. She's going to miss it. Wide right. 6.5 minutes remaining here in the first half. Here goes a goal kick now. We're working the other way. It's going to go back to Okinawa now. Going to the center of the field. She's going to target May now. She's going to fake out the Triton offenders. Going over to Russo. Russo has it. She'll take her time. Triton's applying no pressure so far. A lot of zone defense. That's maybe been their downfall on the day so far. They have had that one Iowa Western attacker get past her. Oh, spin move, trying to get around her. That was a little aggressive out there. Starting to get chippy. Iowa Central, they're getting frustrated out there. She's going to go for a goal. And a great block that time by Vanessa Ellwanger after Shianta got the ball to go past her. Who's going to step up? Need someone to play defense here. It's going to go back to May. And Vanessa Ellwanger's there. To boot it, she tried to hit Jeanette Scholes. It's going to get past Scholes. 5 minutes, 10 seconds remaining here in the first half. The Tritons are looking defeated, but we got a whole lot of soccer left. 50 minutes left in the soccer match. 5 here in the first half and 45 to start the second half. Great find that time, but Chianta's there to sniff it out and play defense. Four minutes, 50 seconds remaining here in the first half. So we're waiting. It's going to go over towards Jeanette Scholes. It's going to get past her. Throw in now by May. There we go now, working the other way. Barbara Russo, she's going to take her time, and Iowa Western has been milking the clock the last 15 minutes. 4 minutes remaining in the first half. She's going to do a through pass. Let's see if she can hit the Iowa Western player. No, Shianta's there to get it once again. That's been the best of Shianta's game today. She's worked all the way up from the goalie's box to get it back into her own possession. She's going to boot it all the way down, aiming for Nadia Hoffer. Takes an awkward bounce. It's going to go back to the Reavers. Here we go now with Paul. Uh-oh, Paul's got speed, but Norma Hernandez is there. Here comes a throw-in now. Gonna throw it in. It's gonna go overhead. Here we go. Ooh! Big shot to the face right there. That was Madison Rushton. And another Iowa Western player's down on the ground. Oh, goodness. She took a hard shot to the chin, I believe. She is on her back over in the turf. I'm going to keep it right there with you to make sure that she's okay. They will stop the clock, and the head trainer is going to go out to make sure she's good. 3 minutes, 10 seconds remaining here in the first half. Score 3-0. Iowa Western's on top, and they've dominated today. And that's something that you probably could have indicated before coming into this one. 6-1 was the record heading into this one. 3-4 for the Tritons so far in the season. The Tritons start off hot, but they've succumbed to a few injuries. Star player for them, a midfielder, Katie Bennett, is out. She's been out for the last 2 weeks, I believe, coming on 3, but she will be back this weekend now for the Tritons. She had a concussion. She's still going through that concussion protocol, but Triton tough here. Iowa Western player, she's going to be helped up. She appears to be okay. Here we go now, back into play at Harlan Rogers Sports Complex. So we're looking at Lucia May. She's going to kick it, more than likely, or it'll go for Inakawa. No, it will be Inakawa. Faked the Tritons out, almost faked me out. It's going to get close back to Cameron Young. Young isn't going to be there in time to get a good enough touch on the ball. Uh-oh, could be wide open opportunity. No, an offsides is called against Iowa Western. I was going to say, she was about 10 feet forward, the last Triton defender. 2.5 minutes remaining in half number 1. You're tuned in to Hank Ambrose, providing all the commentary for Triton Athletics today. We got the women's soccer matchup. First up next, we will see the men take off against the same team, Iowa Western Reavers. Paul now is with it. She's going to fire to the corner. 2.5 minutes remaining. Stepping in front of it is Ellwanger. No, it's Danny Bears. Danny Bears took a shot on the ground. She's going to kick it out of bounds. It'll be another corner kick. Iowa Western has had so many opportunities with these corner kicks. They've been pretty efficient on them. They're approaching their 10th corner kick on the day already, and it's just half number 1. Just feels like Big Brother's dominated Little Brother all of today. Clock is still moving. We're under 10 minutes to go here in the first half. Looks like we have an Iowa Western player grabbing at her ankle. She's helped up. At least she's okay. I missed how she fell down. Maybe she just tripped over herself. But regardless, back to the action. A minute 40 seconds to go here. Onikawa's going to take a shot to Shianta. Shianta going to save it. Way to go, Shianta. Starting at goalkeeper today for the Tritons. She's been looking good so far. Oh. You can't do that. And a yellow card is going to be called against Iowa Western for goalie interference. Got too close to the goalie while she tried to kick it. That's going to be Marie Quintel on the yellow card. A minute remaining here in the first half. Connect to the outside. We're going the other way now. 50 seconds to go here in the first half. Here goes a throw-in by Danny Bears. Started last season. She's dealt with an injury. She's been in and out of starting lineups. Nice little throw-in by her. 40 seconds to go. Going to go back to Onikawa, who scored a goal earlier on in the day, along with Paul and Yoshikiki Kidadai. 23 seconds to go here. Iowa Western still moving the ball. Ellwanger, she'll fire. Mays there on the defense. Jeanette Scholes, offensive captain for the Tritons. She's going to try to get around the Iowa Western defenders with 10 seconds remaining. She's going to be double teamed. Jeanette Scholes still has it with 5 seconds. It's going to be batted back into play, and that should do it for the first half. So let's do a little recap of the first half. 3-0, Iowa Western girls are up on top. Iowa Central Man, I don't recall a shot being on goal or taken by the Triton girls so far, as they have been pushed to their limits. Iowa Western has been all offense today. They've had nearly 10 attempts for corner kicks on the day so far. Who scored the goal so far, making it 3-0 at first? The very first goal on the day went to Anna Hall. Directly after, we saw the team captain get in on the second goal, Mayu Inakawa. And then after that, the third goal, we saw it happen off the left foot of Yoshiki Kitadai. Mayu Inakawa had one of the best goals I've seen as a broadcaster for the Iowa Central women's soccer team, as it was way back by the goalie, way back by the end of the box, used her left foot and put it to the back of the net. Regardless, the Tritons are going to have to show some more life in the second half. You know, we saw this coming into this one, that we knew that Iowa Western was a great team. This is still a huge rivalry, a huge in-state rivalry, a huge conference rivalry, but Iowa Western 6-1 on the season so far. The Iowa Central girls are 3-4 so far, and they're just trying to find their groove, trying to find their heart of their team so far. Haven't really been able to see any offense because they haven't been able to get the ball back on defense. Truthfully, that's what I got to say so far. If you just tuned in, Hank Ambrose here. If you missed any of the game today so far, I'm going to do a recap of all the Triton games every Monday night, 6 p.m. on 88.1 The Point for Moments with Montalto, as we talk about last week's game for the football team, and then we go back and we talk with some more football teams. This past week, I had head coach for the volleyball team, Sarah Horn, on. So we talked Triton volleyball. 23-0 is their record so far. First time in program history they've made it to 20-0, and they are cooking. So you guys got to go out, support the Triton teams, especially because it's homecoming week. So this is a big day today for the Tritons. Big week, as we're going to have the prep rally tomorrow. We'll have a football game on Saturday, and much more to come. Otherwise, this has been your halftime report with Hank Ambrose. We're going to be right back after a 13-minute break to start off half number 2. Stick with us here for more Triton action here on Triton Nation.